Hi there.
What's going on with you?
I ran across a couple of mud crabs not long ago. Annoying creatures.
Well, at least they're slow and not too bright. Their pincers are sharp, though.
Goodbye.
Good day. Greetings to you.
Goodbye.
1 to 3 testing, testing. 1 to 3 testing, testing. Mirabel Monet. Okay.
Well met.
1 to 3 testing, testing. I remember how to play this game.
Hello.
They say that when you murder someone, the Dark Brotherhood comes to you in your sleep. It's how they recruit new members.
What?
Without question.
Bye.
It has no master.
Who is this lady? She seems very interesting.
I'm Arvida Thalis. They call me the Rat Lady.
I knew it.
On account of all my pet rats.
Oh god. Alright.
You can't imagine the fuss some people make. My rats are no problem for anyone. Bye.
A coin for an old beggar? I'm only asking for enough to feed me kids. An all-female gang of thieves has been recently plaguing Anvil with a very unique method of robbing. They pick on only the men. If you want to help us do something about it, go talk to Goguen and Malona. Let's just say Goguen is intimately involved and leave it at that.
Siren's Deception. Wow, that's I don't think I've ever done this quest.
Thank you, kind sir.
Coin beggar.
Blessings of Stendar upon ye.
That seemed like a very interesting quest. Kinda like they probably seduced the men and then they robbed them. That's pretty shitty, to be honest. I must put a stop to it. I am a paladin of sorts. It's more important things to do right now. Gonna do my... Kinda doing the pilgrimage for the Crusaders, but also like a Mages Guild Crusader thing, where I go to each... get the halls of the mages. Actually pretty cool.
Hello, associate. To earn a recommendation from me, you need simply prove you are able-bodied and prepared to learn something in the process.
Okay.
Unlike some frivolous tasks you may be given at other guild halls, this is a serious matter and has consequences. Are you prepared?
Yes, I'm
Then allow me to explain the task. The Council of Mages has entrusted me with resolving a situation along the Gold Road. Several traveling merchants have been found dead along the Gold Road recently, with even more missing. The Council has asked that I put a stop to it. You are going to help me do so.
Okay.
We believe the killings are the actions of a rogue mage. Battle mages have been sent to the Brina Cross Inn, the only common link between the victims.
Battle mages.
You are to travel north to the Brina Cross Inn and speak with Ariel Gerard. She will give you further instructions.
Very interesting.
It's a sad thing to think that a mage would kill helpless merchants for the wares they carry.
It's tragic.
Some mages do not abide by the principles of the guild and operate outside its boundaries. Many hold little value for the lives of others. The frost burns found on the victims in this case indicate a mage was responsible for their deaths. Likely nothing more than simple robbery. These scrolls should provide sufficient resistance to frost magic when and if you do encounter this rogue mage.
Yeah, like that she's giving me
Use them
scrolls.
wisely.
It's actually pretty cool. You have to actually ask them things to get these extra perks.
The inn lies north of Anvil. Speak with Ariel Gerard when you arrive. She will give you further instructions. Do not let your guard down. We do not know whether the inn staff is involved somehow.
The East? Interesting.
Archmage Traven was right to ban necromancy and place restrictions on the addition of new members to the guild. He's served us well. Archmage Traven has closed the doors of the university to all who are not qualified to enter. A wise decision, in my opinion. It's in the Imperial City. Perhaps someday you may be able to visit him there. He's done wonderful things for this guild. You've got a lot to learn. Be seeing you.
I'm Felon Relis of the Mages Guild. I handle alchemy training for the Anvil chapter. Have a look at my wares. I'm sure there's something to suit you. Good day.
Some strange summoned Sparky. Name his Aedra. Sparky.
I greet you, Thorin, journeyman of the Mages Guild. Carahill supported Archmage Traven's appointment from the beginning, and I don't believe the rumors that she just wanted his job at this hall. Have a look at my wares. I'm sure there's something to suit you.
That's good, man. I do think that I need a shield of sorts. But I do also like the leech. See how much
Farewell.
is the one that I have. 5 points. And I want to buy a leech.
What can I do for you? What can I interest you in?
Thank you. Come again.
Bye.
Couldn't help myself. Couldn't help myself.
Mark Gullet, Mage's Guild Evoker, advanced instructor in the arts of destruction. Let's do business.
Same. Oh man, I should have bought this one. The level is too low. Well,
Good day.
it'll come later. Or is it her?
Hello there.
Oh, she is.
How would you like to get my husband Gogan out of hot water?
Why would I do that?
You men are all alike.
I am very curious about this whole thing. I don't know. Should I do it? Should I not do it? I am curious about
Back
this.
again? You still want to help my good-for-nothing husband?
I think he was...
Believe me, he'll need all the help he can get to worm his way out of this one. To think he'd fall for the gang's scheme. Oh, I could kill him. I'm sorry. I'm rambling, and you look confused. Let me explain. The women in the gang use their wiles to lure men out to some remote location and rob them blind. It's been going on for some time now. The city guard hasn't done very much about it, because frankly, the men who are robbed are so embarrassed they don't want to report it. Take, for example, that good-for-nothing husband of mine, Gogan. He cared more about their charms than my own. When Gogan was, with the women, they took something quite valuable from him. No, it's not what you're thinking. He was carrying a precious family heirloom with him when he was lured out to their lair. It was a small ring given to him on our wedding day. The ring belonged to my mother and has been in the family for generations. I'm willing to give you all the money I have to get it back. 100 gold. Can you help us? Thank you. I'm afraid I can't offer you much help, but I'll do what I can. All I can tell you is that the best place to start is at the Flowing Bowl. It's a tavern located outside the city walls near the waterfront. Gogan may be able to give you more information beyond that. The Flowing Bowl attracts the worst Anvil has to offer. Always be on your guard.
Afternoon. What is it now?
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Hello.
Today's your lucky day, so let's hear it.
Well met. Welcome to the Flowing Bowl. I'm Mainlorn. My twin's name is Cainlorn. How to tell us apart? I'm in brown. He's in blue. Simple, really. Terrible crime. Everyone in the chapel murdered. Who could have done such a thing? And why? Can I interest you in some of my wares? Good day.
I'm a Soldan, mate. Not that it's any of your business. Farewell.
I don't know you. You don't know me. Everybody's happy. Take care. Hello.
Azan at the Fighters Guild is a...
I'm Mainlorn.
fine
Be seeing
warrior.
you. I've never wanted to join up, but I understand Azan is a good man. So long.
Take
Heinrich
care.
Oakenhull, captain and shipmaster. My ship is in for refitting. Bye. Oh, hello.
What's going on with you?
I've heard that
It's
Nord
you.
warriors have...
Nothing like this.
Anytime.
It's you.
Do you need
Hi.
something?
You hear about Gogan? A gang of thieves is running a scam in town, and he fell for it. What an idiot.
Bye.
Yes?
My name's Quillweave. I've had some success selling stories about the lives of the lower and criminal classes. Knowledge is power. You too.
By what right do you disturb me?
Go first.
Hello there.
Barely remember this quest.
They say that slavery has been abolished in Morrowind. House Dress and Hlalu have renounced the slave trade and freed the beast folk from servitude.
It is not surprising, considering Morrowind's violent past. We can only hope the troubles subside quickly.
So long.
Be seeing you. Hi there.
What?
What's new with you?
Rumor has it the Nerevarine has left Morrowind on an expedition to Akavir and has not been heard from since.
Morrowind has always been a troubling thing.
Welcome to the Brina Cross Inn. Can I interest you in something to eat, or perhaps a bed for the night? Goodbye.
See you.
Take care.
Greetings, Breton.
Hello there. Hello, stranger. What can I do for you? Kerahil has sent you, has she not? Go and speak with Kristoff. Rent a room for the night. Once you have your room, I will meet you there. If anyone asks, you are a traveling merchant, nothing more. Do not say otherwise to anyone. No, friend, I'm afraid I don't know the way to Shaden Hall, but good luck in your travels. Please excuse me.
Oh wow, that's a big bug right there. It's got invisible legs.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
Good old Oblivion.
Welcome to the Brina Cross Inn. Can I interest you in something to eat, or perhaps a bed for the night? Let me guess. Traveling on business? You don't look like you're out for a stroll. Ah, yes, thought so. We get many of them traveling through here. Oh, well, we used to. Haven't seen as many lately. What with the, well, you know, the murders. I don't like to talk about it much, as it's bad for business. At any rate, would you care for a bed for the night? Right then. The bed is just upstairs at the back of the inn. Sleep well. You too.
Pardon me, did I hear you say that you're a traveling merchant? Don't you worry, what with the recent killings and all? I'd be ever so scared if it were me. I haven't left the inn in days, just in case. Well, you take care of yourself. I'd hate to hear about another senseless death. Good luck to you.
Oh.
Hello there.
Greetings to you.
There she is.
Hello there. All right. It should be safe to speak here. Once you've rested, you'll need to continue along the Gold Road, heading east towards Kvatch. I shall be following out of sight along with a fellow battle mage. Make no attempts to speak to us. Trust that we will protect you. Should you be confronted by this cowardly mage, do not hesitate to protect yourself by whatever means possible. Once the mage has revealed himself, we will step in and settle the matter quickly. Now, get yourself some sleep. You'll need to be well rested.
I guess I'll continue with my
What is it?
pilgrimage and sleep later. Oh, there it is. Nice. With that,
just warming up, you pathetic worm!
Still don't solve. With my horse around here, I guess. Hope it doesn't get lost. I'm gonna save. Oh my god. What a beautiful sight this place is. I've never done this quest. I've never been to this elite room before. I'm just finding rediscovering Oblivion so bloody amazing. It's so relaxing for me to just gallop into the forest. And now that I'm doing the Crusader and the pilgrimage thing, doing sort of a pilgrimage also with the Mages Guild. These little sights, it's amazing. I mean, there's like little details here and there, but oh my god, what a beautiful game, what a beautiful remaster, and I'm so glad that did this. I guess we get some wins in the world of gaming. Yeah, it's been rough. Oblivion Remastered is very, very well received. I was suspicious outside. I should check inside the ruins themselves. I mean, I did just kill hostile conjurer. Can I grab it? What kind of crystals are these? It seems like they are almost alive. For some reason, one of my shorts regarding the Walking and the Barla stones, where I tried to talk about it and just connect it to the lore and connect it to beyond the lore, and it got a lot of traction. There's got a lot of views, and I don't make any sense because I made that short when I was very sleep deprived and I was barely making any sense. But the whole thing about the crystals and the minerals and how they are different life forms, and in the Elder Scrolls lore, the idea of these special crystals are some sort of a connection, some sort of a window to Aetherius, the realm of the heaven of the Elder Scrolls lore, which is a realm which seems to be mainly a mental realm, an ethereal realm where all the souls of the dead go, and it is the positive place, because the negative place where bro, I'm trying to explain the Barla stones. God damn it, Sammy, why dare you interrupt me while I'm trying to explain finally the Walking and the Barla stones? After my short got so randomly popular and I don't make any sense, now I have to deal with you before I finish explaining. Oh my god, I think it's kind of stronger than I thought. Flash. Zombies are kinda nasty. The whole thing about the Aetherius and how it's a connection, the stones and the stars themselves and Magica itself, it all comes through this little windows that connect to Ethereus, which are is the whole idea of the I don't remember how they're called in Elder Scrolls Online, but however you get the powers, the points, so you can develop your character and get more abilities. The Sky Stones or something of that nature. All of that is related to Ethereus. What I find when you connect like the real lore to it and think about the crystals as some different life forms, it sort of makes sense. But the whole idea of Ethereus is just really, really interesting because it's some sort of a realm, the positive realm, as I said, positive heaven in the Elder Scrolls lore, because the negative realms are mainly tied to the pocket realms of Oblivion, and that's where the demons or the Aedra reside. But the ether is Sovngarde. Sovngarde, for example, is one of the pocket realms. You may just say the positive pocket realms of Ethereus, which is the opposite of Oblivion. And this whole idea of pocket realms is very real in real theories of near-death experiences and people going to the afterlife and coming back, being resuscitated, and they come back with the stories that there is something, there's an astral plane beyond life. It is very interesting because they do speak about quote-unquote heavens and pocket realms, and it's very interesting that in the Elder Scrolls lore, this whole idea of Ethereus sort of relates to that, and what we know as magic, what we know as, and even magic in real life is will acting upon the world, to apply will to the world to achieve a certain specific outcome in our material world, applying thought, applying willpower, applying mind. So it's the same idea in the Elder Scrolls. This magic comes from Ethereus. The magic in the Elder Scrolls, Magicka, comes from Ethereus, and through the stars it comes to us. It's kind of poetic. It's very interesting. I absolutely love that aspect. I'm gonna try to find more specific parts of the lore to make more sense of what I want to say, but sometimes I just rumble. Oh, come on. Oh man, it's been a while. Oh, here it is. Balkanstone. Arlstone Cage. Cage is ranged. I need some sort of a spell that gives me more visibility. I'm tempted to just get my torch, my smaller weapon. Scared the hell out of me. I don't think it does anything to them. But that did all the damage to it. Very interesting. So I guess I find the absorb spells very interesting. I wish Skyrim had these absorb spells because they're part of the school of restoration, and it seems the fire didn't do anything to the skeleton, I guess, because it has no flesh. It doesn't feel. It's artificial life, but one little spell of absorb health totally deleted that skeleton. Probably because it just takes the little remnants of life the skeleton has. Very interesting, very lore friendly. I absolutely love that. I don't know if there's any mechanic actually dealing with that, but that is very lore friendly. So that's our soul gem. Very old bread. Stone over there as well. I wonder if Vader Oblivion had cockroaches. Pickaxe. I think I have to take this. Uh-oh. Oh, no. I don't like those. It's a good idea to save right here, right now. Oh. What's happening? Nope. Oh my god. It's actually like some sort of Egyptian tomb where there are traps that kill you. Just created to deter like any kind of grave robbers or something of that nature. I wonder why they put this gas in here. Must be guarding something interesting. I wish I had like a gas mask or something. Oh my god. I'm glad I'm an adept in the arts of restoration. It's coming in handy here. Seems to be the line. Vulcan stones. They're very expensive. I think these walking stones in the game are used to recharge your weapons. I'm not quite sure. Oh, this is... A powerful magic is preventing me from going further. I should tell of my findings to Elab. Stone door to Beldeburu Anga. Absolutely beautiful. So I'm in the middle of this elite ruin, this elite grave of sorts, which has one room which is completely protected by gas as some sort of a way to be their grave robbers, or maybe even something else, something more interesting. So this strange magic, despite the little bug that is causing a little bit of a weird black rectangle there, it's absolutely beautiful. Oh, I see, it's a lighting thing, so when you're in first person view you see it, but when you're in third person view you can actually see this a little bit better. Oh man, I wish it was better. So this is some sort of a tree. I guess it has to do with the Aedra lore of the elves. You have to remember that the elves were very close to divinity, even they thought themselves as the descendants of the Aedra. I think have a straight correlation and direct connection to divinity in the Elder Scrolls lore. And this idea of the elves, if we go a little bit further, oh man, am I gonna have to go to the real idea of the elves? I kind of want to go to the walking stones first. I just want to take a moment to appreciate this beautiful sort of magic and colors that are in this sort of tree. I wonder what this tree, I'm going to do some research about this sort of tree in Aedra graves. In a sense, if you look at the color palette, it looks like you are looking into the cosmos, to the astral planes. And as I said in the real research of the afterlife, when people go to the other side, they say that they go into the cosmos, they go into the astral, they get out of their bodies, they see a version of Earth outside of their bodies, and then they go into the heavens, quite literally, like in the ancient scriptures and the ancient tales, like in Plato's account, where he talks about a soldier who went into the heavens. And if you go into the Bible, when they talk about going up into the heavens, what we're finding out now is that people are literally referring to going into the astral, going into the cosmos, and that's where they have these transcendental experiences, where they meet beings and so on and so forth. So I find this color palette and these little items in the lore very, very interesting. Now, talking about the walking stones, which seem to be also these stones right here, as I said, in the Elder Scrolls lore, there is all these references to the idea that anything that is a magical stone in the Elder Scrolls has to do with Aetherius and this connection of this realm of mind, I would say, this realm of magica, this perfect realm, this perfect heaven that is explained in the lore as some sort of positive pocket realm, like Sovngarde. Sovngarde is not the ultimate heaven, but it's like the pocket realm of the Nords, this version of heaven. And this version of heaven, Aetherius, seems to be very malleable, just like the Daedric gods can mold their own pocket realms into their own desires, like in the case of Sheogorath creating the Shivering Isles, or the Ideal Masters in Skyrim creating an imperfect version of the world, or so on and so forth. Even in the Oblivion lore, when you go into the Mysterium Sarxes, they tell you about these pocket realms and how the followers of Mehrunes Dagon, I want to say from Mehrunes Dagon, they are promised this heaven that through Mehrunes Dagon they're gonna be able to create or access, and this is why they follow blindly everything that is written in the Mysterium Sarxes. But this is a fake heaven, this is a negative heaven. The positive heaven, the heaven of the Aedra, the perfect realm, is Aetherius, where all magic comes from, where all magic emanates. And the Aedra, we have to remember that the Aedra gave themselves to create Tamriel, to create everything, to create the material world, and perhaps some other forms of magic, perhaps Aetherius itself. So when we think about magic and magica, this is the primordial force, the ether. This is why it's called Aetherius, because this is a real theory from the medieval ages. We have to remember that as well. Alright, let me find the exit here and I'll keep rambling in a second. Forget about that. Okay, it's this way, I believe. Is it? Yes, it's this way. Nice. Right, so these stones are some sort of a portal, of a gift from the Aedra, if you may, from Ethereus to the material world of Tamriel, where Magicka kinda just goes through, and we are able to receive and to use this magic as human beings in the realm of living in the realm of Tarn. Oh, look at this beautiful Barla stone. Talking about these gifts from Ethereus. But now, if we go beyond the lore, as I said, this idea of pocket realms is a real idea when people go into the afterlife phenomenon, and what they are coming back with, the stories they're coming back with, is that these pocket realms are real. People can create their own pocket realms because everything is mind, everything seems to be a holographic reality, and our mind and our consciousness is the most important thing. So people are able to create these their own pocket realms. And if you think about magic, as I said, the real definition of magic is to apply will to the material world to create a specific outcome. This is Aleister Crowley's version of magic. But when you think about it, in your dreams, in these bardos, you can, if you think about flying, you're gonna fly. Does this mean that it's fake? It's just a different realm of reality, and now people are saying this about this these different frames of reality. I'm gonna put my thoughts together while I travel back to the inn, see if I can connect this idea of Ethereus a little bit better. Get some mandrake and some other herbs from around the area, and kind of the rituals on there. Crystal ball and a skull. All this sort of negative sorcery going on here. Joint. You're gonna chill drain speed from Hell Joint. And a potion of cure disease. Oh, I think I could pray actually. I think I should go and pray. To the south and a little bit to the west. Oh, it's right here. Might as well pray to Arcade. Shrine of Arcade. Are your body and spirit. Pray at my chapel altars to receive my blessings. So I think it cured my disease. It totally cured my disease. No disease because I pray to Arcade. Very interesting. I find Arcade one of the most interesting. So you pray to him. And it says, honor your body and honor your spirit. You think about Arcade, which is the god of life and death, I believe. It ties to the whole lore about vampires. Good boy. So the whole thing about Arcade, when you think about, and I'm talking about Ethereus, and I'm talking about the Walking Stones and the Marley Stones, which for some reason that short became so popular, and I make no sense about it. When you think about Arcade, he has so much relevance when it comes to the creation of the material world, because, as I said, my theory is that the Aedra gave themselves to create force, to create Tamriel, to create the physical reality. Oh my god, bro. I'm trying to preach here. Darn it, Wolf. Right, so my whole theory is that the Aedra are the ones who gave themselves to create the material world, to create the universe, to create the cosmos in a sense, and the positive realms of Ethereus, like Sovngarde, for example. And the creation of the world, as part of their creation, entailed the creation of the process of birth and death, of which Arcade is in charge of. Because otherwise we would all live in Ethereus. We would all live in this perfect realm of magica, where we could manifest anything that we wanted, where we would have anything that we wanted just by the speed of thought, which is the very definition of in real life magic. And in the game, so we would be gods in the realm of Ethereus, or the gods were the gods. And when I say the gods, I mean the Aedra were the gods in the realm of Ethereus, just being gods. So I think they created Tamriel. They created the limitation of being human, and even the temptation of the Daedra. Perhaps the Daedra were created by them as well, as a part of creating duality and not having just simple singularity, because in singularity they just lived in their perfection. They just live in their perfection in Ethereus, the perfect realm. So they had to create Oblivion. They had to create the Daedra in order to have a separation for themselves, and they gave themselves to create the world of duality. We don't know why. We don't see the Aedra, and we do see the Daedra, but not the Aedra, because the Aedra gave themselves to create us. So my theory, which is not more a theory, not much of an incredible theory, but more of a conclusion, is that we as mortals are the Aedra.
Well met.
Whenever I come to these places,
Good
I
morning.
cannot think anymore. I wonder if I need to finish this ramble, otherwise it's gonna drive me crazy. Nice flint. Wait for it. Okay, finish your thought later. I do have to go to the east. If I want to sleep 20 hours, 24 hours, because I want to be like pretty well rested and stuff. Actually, before I rest, I'm gonna save because I don't know where I'm gonna. I was really tired and I'm sleeping the whole day. Don't even care. I was sent to level 4. I got 12 virtues. Very nice, very nice. So what was I working at? I mean, I do have to improve my personality. I think I have better personality than that. It's all suddenly obvious to you. You just have to concentrate. All the energy and time you've wasted, it's a sin, but without the experience you've gained, taking risks, taking responsibility for failure, okay, you have understood. Very mature thought right there. I think I want to get my personality at least 50. That looks good. Then I had to bring a cross in. I need to follow the gold road. It's Kabach. Be wary of anyone along the road. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to Kabach anyway, so might as well. Right, so the gods gave themselves to create the material world, the realm of... And, you know,
Greetings to you.
Even when you talk to Martin and when you talk to... When you talk to Martin and they say... He says something along the lines, there's no divine plan, there's nothing going on. What if all was part of this divine plan? Okay, these guys look a little bit strange here. Who are you, sir?
It is ill-advised for us to speak.
Excuse me, sir. You look very sus. Oh, it's actually a real Gerard, so they are.
Not tell you to avoid contact with us. Travel along the road and act normally.
Okay, they are my friends, it seems. Just in case. Man, I tried to preach about all these things, and I'm having like such interesting ideas in my mind. Like it seems that I'm just talking about the lore, but I'm not talking only about the lore. Oh, it's her, eh? It's her. I knew it was her all along. I knew it was her. Just gonna keep walking. Just gonna keep walking. You think she's gonna jump me? Man, why are you following me?
I'm afraid your journey ends here, traveler. I'll be taking whatever you're carrying.
Oh wow,
after
it
your
was
day,
there.
of course. I do hope it's more than the last few had. They were most disappointing.
Bro.
What's the matter? Getting tired?
Oh, she got. Uh-oh. 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 Bro, she doesn't have like a dagger or anything like that? Oh my god. I'm about to die. Gosh darn it. Potion of healing, potion of healing, potion of healing. Yeah. I'm gonna restore Magicka and I'm gonna get some healing. Hell yeah. Won't you die? Cargill and Ambil inform her that Caminalda has been defeated. Hey. Expect her to be the one. The evil. No, the ski. Very, very sad. Very, very sad. Sad indeed. I want to say.
Hello there. You've done well. The Gold Road should be a little safer for now. You should return to Anvil and let Carahill know the work is complete.
Good
We'll
idea.
remain here and clean things up.
Yep.
Be seeing you.
So yeah, when Martin says something along the lines of "There's no divine plan, there's nothing going on," how could the gods allow this to happen? How could the gods allow all this madness and all these Oblivion gates to occur? They have abandoned us. It's like, no, we are the gods. We are living through the gods. This is why we have access to Magicka. They created the Walking Stones, the Barla Stones, and the Skyfall Stones. I don't know if that's the name of the ESO Stones, whatever the name is, for us to have access to Magicka, to have access to the power, to have access to the arcane and to the divine itself. When the Dragonborn is allowed to get to Sovngarde, we have this power. Power is ours to be used in the right way to achieve our divinity, which is coming back to the Aedra, coming back to our true nature, because we are the Aedra who became human to experience a part of themselves, to break the singularity of perfection and create the duality of good and evil, and remember to themselves that they are divine through the feet of humans who are us, and we are them, and they are us, and the Father is in the Son, and the Son is in the Father. It sounds like I'm rambling about Elder Scrolls lore, but as I said, I do a lot of research in afterlife research and the paranormal and so on and so forth. And this is literally my conclusion of what's actually going on. So when people say that they go into the other side, into the afterlife, they literally meet beings. Now, I'm not talking about Elder Scrolls lore. I'm talking about the real research on near-death experiences and the afterlife. They say that they meet beings of light, and they meet what they sometimes conceive as quote-unquote Jesus, or these perfect beings. They say that they feel quote-unquote love in their presence, and these are guides, these are beings who tell them that there is no death, and that there is something else, and that life is some sort of a test, some sort of a place to gain experience, and we are divine sparks. We are part of divinity, part of, if you may call it, God. We talk about the Elder Scrolls lore, we talk about the gods, we talk about the Aedra. When we talk about reality, the best way for us to conceive it is either source or the divine. Are you actually listening? I'm just rambling here, my friend. So we call it source, we call it the divine, we call it God, we call it Ahura Mazda, we call it different names in specific Middle Eastern religions, or Jehovah, or whatever you may. All of these are filters of the same thing. So it's Carhill.
So, what of the rogue mage? Has he been found?
She has been found.
She, you say?
She has been dispatched.
She's dead. Well, Ariel and Roliand did what needed to be done.
I mean,
no more innocent deaths.
I didn't get a lot of help.
For now. You have done well enough for yourself. I'll pass along my recommendation to Raminus. Though I must say, I doubt it will do you much good in the end. You'd be surprised how easily they forget about the little people.
Ah. Well, I got my recommendation. That's what matters.
I'm Felon Relis of the Mage. Only quality goods for sale here. What can I interest you in?
That's a fair deal.
That's more than I'd usually pay.
That's a fair deal.
I'm gonna keep the barrel stone. I think it's a nice addition to my...
An excellent bargain.
I'm gonna keep at least one of these. They're good luck charms. They're my portal to Ethereus, which I like. I like that idea.
Tell your friends about me. What can I interest you in? Goodbye.
Good day. I offer the finest goods and lowest prices in all Cyrodiil.
My level is still low now. Okay, I'll come back. Back to this dude.
Always keep your magical equipment charged. Farewell.
Alright, it's time to return to Kabach, get marching, and get on with the main story quest here. Actually, there is one. This is the God Shout in. Okay, I just need to go straight to Kabach. Right, so the whole idea that the Elder Scrolls lore, when it comes to Ethereus and the Aedra being Oz, which is my theory, is my real life conclusion as well. Some sort of, it's a very preliminary conclusion, but this seems to be what's happening. We live these lives, we have experiences, we sort of gain information to bring it back to the, as I said, when we talk about the Elder Scrolls lore, we talk about the Aedra, we talk about the gods, the Nine Divines. When we talk about real life, we talk about God, we talk about Source, we talk about the Divine in general, by the many names of the different religions that is known for. But this is what people are saying when they go into this astral realm, but sometimes it's a cosmic realm. These are pocket heavens. They say they feel love and they feel the most strong euphoria, they feel the nirvana. They say that they lack the words to explain what this experience is like. And a lot of them get this message that basically we are divine sparks, we are part of the divine, and we are sort of gaining information or learning some sort of a lesson. It's quite murky, it's quite complicated to understand. I didn't do a good job in the message they said. But in any case, I think that is what's going on. We're part of the divine, we're part of the... And I kinda like to sometimes remove the barrier of when I'm talking about lore and when I'm talking about the real thing. Because as I said, I truly believe that lore is simply some sort of a subconscious memory of what's really going on. And when we think about fantasy and when we think about magic and all of these things, we're actually reminiscing of our reality, of our real story. We have this fixation on magic and on the divine. this is the reason why I think the Elder Scrolls and Oblivion in particularly is so successful. It talks about this whole battle of the gods and the devil or the demons and how it all plays out. It's all filled with magic and divinity. And I think this is why we feel so attracted to it. But as I said, it seems to be one and the same. We are the Aedra, we are part of God, we are these divine sparks trying to figure out what's going on and come back to our divinity, to our real nature, which is what Talos did in the Elder Scrolls lore. And if you go into Warhammer lore, it's what Sigmar did. And if you go into real life lore, it's what Jesus did. And some of the other, I'm gonna go ahead and call them mythological characters. For some people, Jesus is not a mythological character for a big chunk of people, but it's not how they explain it in the scriptures. It's much more complicated, and surprisingly, it is much more real than people think. I'll keep digging into all of this. I don't know, when I play these games, I feel inspired to talk about these things. This is what I like about them. And I kind of ramble like really hardcore. I don't know, it is what it is. Alright, it's time to get Martin and show him that there is indeed a divine plan. You were wrong, Martin. There is a divine plan. Alright, time to go.
Unless you need something, let's continue on to Waynon Priory.